Deep within the abandoned mine, Barrike and Alika search the ruins of an old chamber, its pillars decorated with visions of torture. At the entrance to the chambers, Leah and 𝙬𝙬 wait among the abandoned mining tools. Across the cave, a minecart tunnel begins to rattle and grind forward.
Where?
So when you guys entered this area, there was the tunnel that you guys went through where you blasted a bunch of minecarts out, and then across the cave was another of these minecart holes, and now that is rattling.
So this is in the back of the creepy scary room?
Not in their room. They're in a side passage.
Oh, okay.
It is past that passage down at the end.
In the room me and 𝙬𝙬 are in. And it's just rolling back?
Pushing slowly. You can hear the grind of the rusted wheels as a minecart pushes forward out of the hole and into the room that you're in.
Something's chugging. Like, it's not just gravity rolling. It's like actually something chugging it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then inside of the chambers, you two have just pulled the golden staff with the 3 glowing gemstones.
And then we hear, "What the fuck?"
What is it, Leah?
Did you guys pull some kind of lever to get the minecarts moving?
I'll make kind of like a lever motion with the stick in front of Alika and say, "Sorta." Lever shaped. We'll be right there.
You all are going to meet in the chamber. The minecarts are still grinding. One of them grinds over the part of the track that it was stuck on and glides out down the railing into the room. And behind it is another minecart stuck in the same part that one was. And it is also gliding slowly out of the hole.
Are the minecarts empty?
You want to look inside that one?
I will appear into one.
It is empty.
Ooh, there's nothing in these. Whatever this mine was made to do, it's not doing it very well.
Aw, it chugs bad.
You have this terrible impression of Alika.
Alika's like the least perceptive of us. We should just not listen.
It's like laden with jewels and sparkly things. I'm like, nope, nothing here.
Well, I am at a crossroads because I want to jump in.
You should totally do it.
Another minecart is going to grind out the hole and fall off of the track and onto its side. Behind it, another minecart slowly pushing forward.
Okay, this is just reminding me of like those rooms that you get trapped in that's slowly filled with water, but like we're gonna be drowned in minecarts. I think we should get the F out of here.
I'm gonna wait a little bit longer.
My curiosity's being piqued.
Like, we can wade through waist-level minecarts. We'll be fine.
I'm gonna like stand right beside the entrance where all these carts are just being pushed out one by one. Anxiously await what happens when the last one gets pushed out. I'll hand the newfound magic stick over to Alika first.
Alika will take this newfound magical stick, and I guess I'll put it in with my javelins.
While you guys are waiting patiently, this final cart is going to push out of the hole and start rolling down the track behind the other one. And behind it, 2 dwarven skeletons who were pushing them out are going to step from the darkness. One of the skeletons has a big lantern on its head with an old candle inside that is wax has melted down over his skeletal face.
That's so metal. It gives me Barrike vibes of like I found a bucket, I'm gonna put it on my head, but also I found a lantern, I'm gonna put it on my head.
The other skeleton has a barrel strapped to his back.
Oh shit, I was hoping it was his head.
And then another skeleton sits up in the minecart that had been pushed out and pulls out a big pickaxe and swings it at Barrike as he rolls past.
No.
Uh-oh.
Misses. Swings right over your head and rolls right past out of reach.
Because he swung a weapon at me. In Dwarvish, I'm going to insult his lack of beard.
I want to shoot one of them with my crossbow.
Well, that one is going to shake his pickaxe in anger at Barrike as you shoot him in the back.
12.
12 is a miss.
Fuck.
𝙬𝙬 is going to cower in fear for only a moment and then pull out his sword and charge ahead of Leah. Dash to get across the room.
I'm going to run up and tackle one of them who's pushing the cart. Get my shield in between me and him and just shove him up against the wall. 20 unnatural.
He rolls poorly. You win.
Sweet. So I get to move him 5 feet.
You push him up against the side of the entrance where these mine carts were coming out of.
And then I'm going to take my spear and go right through where his eye would be if he had eyes. Do they have eyes? Or do they have glowy bits?
Which one is this?
Let's go with Lantern Head.
And his eyes are covered in wax.
I'm going to break the wax with a spear. Natural 1.
Oh shit.
You're gonna aim too high and you're gonna go between the metal cage of his lantern hat, and your spear is gonna get kind of jammed in there, stuck in his little head cage.
Okay.
I thought of an insult. Your beard looks rather bare bones. Wax face. In Dwarvish.
I'm so glad Leah doesn't know Dwarvish.
Oh, you piss off the wax one too?
I know Dwarvish.
Alika's like, good one, Barry!
It's the dwarves' turn now. The wax one would have gone for Alika, but his beard, or lack thereof, has just been insulted. So he's going to turn, but his head is stuck on this spear. So he can't really move. He's going to take a wild swing to try and hit you while his head is stuck. 10.
I dodge.
Next, the barrel guy, who's standing between both Barrike and Alika, is going to choose the one who insulted his friend, and he is going to hit Barrike for 6 damage. And the pickaxe he was holding smashes its head off as it slams into your back, and now he is holding just a wooden shaft.
I'd like to take a quick look at the barrel. Does it have anything noteworthy, like, say, wicks?
It does have a very short wick.
Yes, we're doing
dangerously short.
I know what I'm doing.
The cart one, he's going to push the cart with his pick, try and slide across the room for Leah, but he's not going to quite make it across the room, so he's going to reach down into his cart, pull up a rock, and whip it at Leah. And his rock is going to sail over your head and miss.
Thank God he's such a shit shot, just like me.
You're
it's
made
a
for
fair
each other.
contest.
Now it is your guys' turn.
So, if I recall, Leah, you're still holding a torch, and I have a hooded lantern. So,
Uh-oh.
Leah, throw the torch! And I'm going to shove the skeleton with the barrel back into the hole that had the minecarts.
Seeing what they're trying to do, can I do something to not be right next to the giant explosion?
Yup, you can move away from it.
Can I push the candlehead guy toward the hole too?
Yeah, you can try and push him into...
And then, like, dive backwards? Cool.
So I'll get 2, I guess, push saves, each of you pushing a skeleton into the cart hole.
10?
9. 11.
I got a 5.
So Barrike does not push his barrel guy into the hole, but Alika pushes the lantern head into the hole. And I guess your spear glides out of his cage.
But I was already throwing the torch.
Yeah.
4.
Okay, so I guess your torch flies halfway across the room and lands on the ground.
Are we in, like, darkness besides, like, the one dude's little candle head?
His candle is not a light, so it is only Barrike's lantern lighting the room right now. The cart guy is gonna push again on his cart and roll up to Leah to swing out at you. And he's gonna miss.
Is Leah wearing, like, armor of any kind?
I have scale mail.
The wax guy who got pushed into the hole is gonna just run back out and swing at Alika. He's gonna miss. He's gonna swing and hit the ground with his pick. And then the barrel guy is gonna swing at Barrike. And he broke his pick, so he just has a wooden stick. 19.
Ooh, that's a hit.
4 damage.
And I'm on the other side of the room, aren't I?
Yep, you're with the minecart one.
Am I too close to do my crossbow? I should have used my dagger.
He rolled past you, so you have enough distance that you could back up and use your crossbow, or use it from here and still be fine.
Yeah, I might take like a step or 2 back and then shoot. Is he like losing momentum?
He's gonna stop himself and try and turn around and come back towards you.
Hey, maybe this guy doesn't have legs. Because like, why would he not get out? Why would he be like rowing himself in it? Well, I'm gonna fuck him up. 20.
You hit him.
6 damage.
I want to try to grapple Candlehead.
Okay.
Unnatural 20?
He gets an 8.
Oh my god, you should try to rip his jaw off anyway.
Does that count as an attack?
Yeah, I guess, to rip his jaw.
Grab this jawbone and just... A lot of numbers above 20.
That's a hit. Unarmed attack, I guess.
3 damage.
How close is the nearest minecart to me?
There's the one that fell over right at the entrance. The next closest one would be the one that the skeleton is in, which is about 40 feet away.
This minecart that fell over, did it fall in such a way that its top is facing away from the barrel skeleton?
It did, yes.
Perfect. Okay. I smash my lit hooded lantern into the barrel's wick, and then I use my bonus action to disengage, and I hop over to the minecart and take cover.
Yeah, let's get a roll on your improvised weapon attack.
It'd be probably strength, I think. In which case it would be 11.
11 is a miss. You don't smash your lantern, thankfully. You just whiff entirely past the wick on his back. He dodges under it. Nothing is destroyed.
Okay. In that case, I cry inside because I missed.
Your plan may still succeed.
And then it's Callow still, next to the barrel guy. He's going to do a swing of his sword. And he dings him
Ding that boy, Callow.
for 3 damage.
This barrel's going to explode one way or another. It's going to happen. It's that simple.
It's their turn right now. The cart guy is going to put his pick into the stone to stop his cart, push it back so he's heading at Leah again. Did you back away from the track, or are you still within reach of it?
I took a couple steps back. I don't know if that was enough.
Then he is going to push himself back and take another swing as his cart passes you. And he misses.
So now that he's gone backwards, is he closer to the way he came in?
Yeah, he's heading back towards you guys. The barrel guy is going to swing with his stick at Callow for getting in his way. He misses. The wax guy, you have him grappled right now. So all he can do is take his pick and try and swing it over your arms and into your back. He misses. Flails wildly in the air but can't get down to you.
I want to take the guy that I'm grappling.
By the jaw.
I'll just stab him with my spear. 16,
Hit.
9.
Callow, I guess, will take the initiative and swing at Barrel Boy. And he will crack him in the arm for 9 damage.
The barrel skeleton's looking pretty hurt.
They're all at various stages of disrepair.
Okay. I am very upset with the skeleton because I wasn't able to blow it up.
Don't worry.
So instead I will draw my short sword and use my once-a-day fainting attack on it. Act like I'm about to hit his barrel again with the hooded lantern, but instead stab his face. Oh no, that's like 10. That's not gonna hit.
Nope.
I can't hit them.
How far away from me is Barrike?
Probably at this point 40 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna try to move to join them. And if I take some movement, can I still attack?
You can take all your movement and still attack.
I'm gonna move closer to Barrike and Alika on the other side, and then go with my crossbow.
Who do you want to shoot at?
Do the cart fucker. That's 18.
That is a hit.
7.
The arrow hits him in the back of his skull as he's reaching down to stop his cart.
Does it crack?
It makes a crunch.
Pierced inside and kind of stuck in it? Or did it like cause a crack or like a fissure that is opening?
It cracked open the back of his skull, and now the bolt head is rattling inside his hollow cavity.
That's so metal. Okay, I'm satisfied. For now.
So you ran past the cart guy a little bit. He's gonna push himself forward and chase you down with another head-level swing. And he misses. The lantern skeleton, still grappled, still just gonna try swinging down, still misses.
What happens if you just blow out his candle?
His candle was never lit.
Oh, I thought it was lit.
I thought it was lit too.
It was not lit. That's why I didn't try to shove them together.
That's like what I've been working for this whole time. Can I offer it flint and tinder with one hand?
You can try and light his candle on your turn. And the barrel guy, for his turn, he's gonna swing at Callow and miss.
I am going to recklessly attack this skeleton boy. 23.
That's a hit.
4 damage.
His bones scatter across the ground, and his lantern falls and smashes the skull. And now it's just a lantern in a pile of bones.
Thing was fucking heavy. Can I like investigate these bones? No one's coming after me.
The cart guy is.
He's got his own issues right now. I guess I'll do it later. I'm just gonna keep on with my keeping on and try to fuck up this cart motherfucker. That's only a 10.
Miss. Your shot flies over his head.
Callow is in range for me to strike this barrel guy with sneak attack bonuses. So I'm just going to take a swipe with my sword. 16!
That is a hit.
I hit something! Yes! All the damage dice! 14 damage.
You shatter the skeleton with the barrel on his back. His bones splay out across the ground, and the barrel rolls away slowly.
My eyes just follow the barrel roll away. It's getting lit at some point.
The barrel rolls across the ground right towards the lantern, and its wick lands right where the candle wick was, and they touch, but it does not explode because the candle was never goddamn lit. So Callow, the guy he has been swinging at, was just felled before him. The only one left is the one in the cart, and Callow is going to run up, and the cart guy is close enough that he can make it and still swing. And the skeleton inside is going to duck down so that the sword just tings on the edge of the cart. And it is now their turn. or his turn, I guess. You've killed his friends, and 𝙬𝙬 is right there for the swinging, so he is going to swing right down over 𝙬𝙬's blade and hopefully into his skull. But he sucks, and he misses.
Does 𝙬𝙬 deflect it like a badass off his sword?
Yeah, 𝙬𝙬 pulls his sword sideways and catches the pick before it comes down on his head.
So I am going to run up to Barrike and check on him because I saw him get dinged a couple times and cast Cure Wounds. 7.
Thank you, Leah.
I want to recklessly jump into that cart and just tackle that skeleton.
Okay, so you're going to do a shove to prone?
I can shove with the bonus action with my shield, and then I can grapple with my action.
Okay, that sounds like 2 contests.
A natural 20 for the prone.
He failed the prone.
23.
And he failed the grapple. So you have him down and grappled in his own minecart. You were almost filling the whole thing, holding him down in there.
I'm just imagining this huge ass burly man in this tiny mine cart.
He'd previously missed his attack.
All of his attacks,
Yeah.
I think.
So I'm going to say, in Dwarven,
Your swings are rustier than your mother's war axe.
Oh.
He's gonna wriggle under the restraints.
Alika's laughing in his face. Checks the axe. Oh yeah, it is pretty rusty.
So you just have the skeleton held down and prone in a cart.
I was with Barrike.
yeah, I was healed and insulted the dwarf,
yeah.
so 𝙬𝙬 is up.
Well, 𝙬𝙬 can't fit his sword into this cart without risking hitting Alika in the back. So he is going to put his sword arm down and wait and see what happens, I guess.
Is the cart still moving?
It slows to a stop near the entrance. It's his turn. He's going to try and break the grapple and push you out of his cart.
Yeah, 13.
19. He finally
Ooh.
got one. Dang, he doesn't have anything he can do. So he pushed you out of the cart and onto the ground.
I'm gonna stand up.
Let's get the barrel.
And I stare menacingly at the dwarf in the cart.
I like it so much. I'm gonna tell the skeleton in Dwarvish, be right back. And I'm gonna use my action to sprint to get to the barrel, pick the barrel up, and then be on my way back to the cart.
You'd be pretty close. You could be right next to the cart with the barrel in hand.
Leah, do you want to push or light?
Maybe I'll try to light.
In that case, I'm going to position myself right on one side of the carts and get myself in a position to heave the cart down the original passageway that it came from.
There were bones on the tracks. Is that gonna...
Yeah, there's a lantern sitting right in the middle of the track.
And there was, first of all, some difficulty getting into there. So is that now just blown through and they would have no trouble pushing back?
This passage angles downward, so it would be a lot harder to push the carts up and out than it would be to push a cart back in and down.
You can still just try to shove the barrel out of said cart.
So we need a sacrifice to lay their body over the barrel and keep it within there.
So we need one person to place it in, one person to push, and another person to light.
How short is this fuse? Is it like a 1-rounder? A 3-rounder?
Or
What are we
like
looking
a
at?
instant.
You guys just lit one, and it was an extremely long wick, and it was really quick. This one, you will have a second. So
Okay.
it won't be instant, but after someone lights it, everyone has to decide what they do in that moment. You also have 𝙬𝙬 who can
yes.
try and tackle one of these jobs.
Or just buffer it with his body.
Do you have any way to ignite something magically?
I don't. If I did, I don't have it prepared, so I can't use it. I have mending
Well, that's handy.
as a cantrip.
You can repair my boots that got chewed on by the turtle.
The turtle bites.
Yeah.
All right, team meeting.
You're gonna call a team meeting? This guy's...
But I'd like to make sure that we call the team meeting a couple feet away from the cart, far enough away that he can't swing from it.
Keep in mind, there is that overturned cart we could take shelter in.
Yes, but the problem is that it's instant. So here's my new plan.
Well, if you're gonna call an entire meeting, Skeleton Dwarf is gonna take the time to sit back up, see you all huddled out of his reach, and take a rock and whip it at Leah again. And he misses with the rock.
Alright.
Barrike, shield us.
You're Baron.
I usually call myself Barrike sometimes too.
Yeah.
I hear it so many times.
Alika, shield us.
Okay, Barrike.
But how?
I don't
He
know.
has a shield. And then I'm gonna start pulling out some
will-
rope.
𝙬𝙬, get us the barrel.
I'm gonna start bringing out some rope and asking Lee to help me cut off a chunk of this rope and tie it to the wick to help extend it, to make the fuse longer.
That's what we could just punch this skeleton.
We're blowing it up.
I agree with you. I love how, like...
We could have killed the thing long ago. But I am blowing it up.
I wanted to investigate the bones, though, so if we're gonna blow them up, I want to have a look at... Can I just sneak one of the bones that was on the tracks into, like, my bag?
Sure, what kind of bone do you want?
Just take...
Femur, tibia.
I was thinking that, but I actually want one of his, like, arm ones.
Like a radius, an ulnar, or a humerus?
Shut your mouth and just give me the big one.
Humerus,
I want the
then.
whole fucking arm.
So I want to snatch it and throw it in my bag, and then can I also help Barrike with the...
Yeah, if you're just snatching a bone and not looking at it, what's your job?
I need to help him tie shit.
Yeah, our intent is to cut some rope, so that'll take a bit of time, and then tie it to the barrel. That way we can do the whole light it and then push it thing without it instantly exploding on us.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe like 2 feet, enough space to tie it as well.
I want to taunt the skeleton boy. I'm gonna slam my shield and be like, come on, right here. Do all this in Dwarven, like, I believe in you.
He is going to try and ruin your plan. He's gonna crawl out of his cart,
No!
Does he have legs?
flops onto the ground. He does not have legs, and he is going to crawl towards you really slowly with his pick in hand. He will only make it about halfway towards you guys.
Oh my god, that scares me so much.
While we're messing with this and seeing him crawl out, I'm also going to grab an oil flask, pour it over the rope, just to make sure that it lights properly and well. Alika!
What's up, Eric?
Get him back in the cart!
Put my spear away, its stock over there, drag him by his skull, and toss him back in the cart like a bag of trash.
Alika and the skeleton will contest.
20!
Yes!
19 he gets. That
Oh,
was close.
That was cool.
Yeah.
You can pick him up and throw him back into the cart. It wouldn't be a roll to throw the barrel in on top of him, so you can just do that.
Hold on tight.
And then you want to just light the wick.
Instead of helping, I want to try to gather more bones. I want to go for like the hand ones now. See how many I can pick up and throw in my bag.
Collect up the phalanges and the carpals and the metacarpals.
We are rolling our eyes.
It's very particular of what you're trying to get your hands on.
I'll let you scrape up a handful of bones if you just want to do a free action. If you want to take your entire action, I'll let you collect all of the hand bones for the same hand.
I don't need all of them. I just need enough to be able to look at later.
Okay.
And then help with the...
They don't really need any help.
I like the fuse!
Yeah, I'll just go away. I'll run it as much as I can.
Just Jones into white this dude.
There's a skeleton in the cart, the barrel's on top of him, I'm lighting it. We'll push him next turn.
The extra fuse isn't going to give much time, so Callow's going to use his turn to push the cart away from you guys, try and get it some distance. Tries to shove it. This track is not very good, especially near that entrance there. It gets really rusty. That's why it was so hard for them to push out, and it doesn't roll very far. It is the skeleton boy's turn. He's going to use all the might of his thousands years of slumber to try and push this barrel out of his cart. 15. Pushes the barrel out and over the edge next to his cart.
That's fine.
You are now all in danger.
Wait, you lit the fuse, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We just need to get out of there. He's going to have a hard time getting out of the room, and he's still going to be...
I can put the barrel back in the cart. I'll be okay.
This is the last turn. The fire hits the end of the oil. This is the last thing everyone gets to do. I'm not giving you guys an entire combat turn. I'm giving you a single thing.
Everybody run! Pick this barrel up, slam it down onto the skeleton, force it in there, and just start running.
You're not going to make it very far doing an entire action to lift the barrel into the cart.
Uh-huh.
It's going to explode almost in your face.
Oh, really?
Callow is also going to run behind the overturned minecart.
I get very angry, extremely pissed off with the skeleton, but I don't want everyone to die. So I run to the barrel, take the bucket helmet off, leap, and place the bucket helmet over the wick in an attempt to extinguish it. There's a higher chance of it being extinguished.
Oh my god! This is the most heroic thing you've ever done.
This is a dangerous thing to do.
I'm gritting my teeth in pride because my plan did not originally work. I'm gonna fix this problem.
Okay.
Fine.
You're just dousing a wick, so it's not going to be a very high roll, but a very low roll is going to murder you.
I'm literally playing with fire here.
I want Alika to slowly be shouting like, Barrick, no!
No! Slow-mo jump with the bucket helmet. What kind of roll would you like?
This is, get a 10. It will be sleight of hand.
I already get a +3 to this.
I'm too stressed out for this.
Yes, 16!
Oh my god.
Yeah, you would have instantly died if you had failed there.
I jump on the wick, close my eyes, and I don't explode. So I just kind of heave this huge sigh of relief.
But you're also kind of sad because you also wanted to die.
I start crying inside, and then I just kind of lay there, limp, kind of start crying into the dirt.
There'll be more skeletons to blow up in the future, Barrick. It's okay.
While you're crying and everyone else is cowering behind the cart, the skeleton is going to peek up from inside his cart, lift his pickaxe up, and hit you while you're crying into your own hands.
Oh my god.
But he still misses. That was 2 3s. 2 3s he rolled.
Can I just throw my spear and put this guy out of his misery?
Go for it. Yeah, he's been waiting.
20.
You hit him.
Okay. I do 4 damage.
He is dead. Your spear cracks his skull open from the other side that the bolt did, and his bones clatter inside of his minecart. And all of the skeletons are finally dead.
I'm sorry, Barrick.
I stand up, sniffle, look at the broken up skeleton, tears on my cheeks, red eyes. I just violently shake the cart.
Alika's gonna come up behind Barrick and just envelop him in one of those behind hugs. Like, it's okay, Barrick.
Leah wanders back turns around to give you guys privacy.
Yeah, Calla will do the same.
My beard's brushing the top of your head.
Okay, can I investigate these bones now?
Sure, what are you looking for?
Okay, so we've seen a fair amount of bones and different ages of things in this dungeon cave thing. So I wanted to see whether or not there was any kind of damage similar to the fire shit that we saw before, whether they're connected at all.
She's going full archaeologist here.
Investigation roll.
5.
The bones are old.
But they're not charred.
They're not charred, nope.
They're probably the ones who built the mine in the first place, and then the weird fucking cult shit was newcomers who came after or whatever.
Am I done consoling Barrick now?
Yeah, I
Ask
don't
Barrick.
know. How does Barrick feel?
Yeah.
Roll to console me.
What's the
Insight.
Is that a
insight?
medicine?
Oh, that's a good one.
You would be healing my heart.
Well, it's a hug. We're going to make it athletics.
15.
Hey, it is a really warm, enveloping hug.
Thoroughly soothed.
I'm okay now.
I'm gonna go grab my spear, and I want that candle-headed skull as my lamp.
The lantern is good. The skull was smashed under the weight of the lantern. So you just have the lantern and its old melted candle.
Can I take another intact skull and
Bastardized their souvenir.
I think only the barrel guy's skull is intact.
No, Barrel Guy was a pushover.
It doesn't mean as much if he sucked.
Oh, I still have his jawbone. Can I make that the handle?
Sure.
Yes.
See, you have a really old, rusty lantern with a jawbone handle.
How many teeth are there?
Pretty much a full set. So what's the plan?
I want to find out what was down the tunnel where the dwarves came from.
Right, so you want to go down this dark tunnel?
We descend.
I'll light another torch, I guess.
So you go down the tunnel. It is dark and narrow, because this is the ones only for minecarts. You all have to duck to get through. You get to a very small, round chamber. It is empty. Looks like they were just stuck in this tiny chamber.
They must have got so tired of each other's stories.
Did we bring the explodey bit?
It's still in the other room.
Okay. Can I perceive the walls? I'm looking for something like a secret door. Anything. That's a good roll.
Holy shit.
I see things.
Alika might have seen something.
That's a 17. -1.
Oh, wait, you don't see anything along the walls, but slightly buried in dirt are the 3 dwarves' gold pouches that they would have died with. There's 17 gold in total between them. And that's all there is down here.
Found gold.
Should we split that evenly?
You can't split it evenly.
Just each person take besides Callow.
Besides Callow.
Callow doesn't get gold. No, we could pay Callow.
Let's see, what's the closest?
4. And then someone gets 1 extra.
Alika can take 1 extra.
Now that we have plenty of time to light an explosive barrel, I vote that we go and blow up the place that we found the most likely magical glowing gold stick.
I don't know many rubies to glow.
I'm not sure that's such a great idea. I didn't like that place.
I'm very curious.
Yeah, you still haven't convinced half your squad to even back you up.
I think we could handle it. We'd have the advantageous ground, choke points, pillars to hide behind for cover in a protracted fight. But really, Barrike wants to blow something up so bad. There's a wall. His daughter might be on the other side of it. We found her friends with their knives.
When we grabbed this stick, I'll call it a stick, but it's more like a golden staff. How would you describe this?
It's more like a scepter.
The golden scepter. As we took it out from the rocks, we heard something on the other side. There's a chance that the explosion could excavate it in such a way.
Exploding the first wall got us 17 gold. That seems like, enough of a reason to continue onwards.
I'm definitely
It's your
not
guys'
convinced at all.
Okay.
What does 𝙬𝙚 think?
𝙬𝙚 wants to leave too.
That's fair.
He never wanted to go into those rooms, and he's still gonna refuse.
𝙬𝙚,
with
you were
Leah.
so daring and...
Alright, I'll concede.
I don't know if Alika's gonna concede. He might want to go explode it on his own.
I'm trying to consider if I could survive grabbing the barrel and rushing over there.
I don't think anyone would attack you.
No, but like the lighting it part.
You would definitely need a new wick, because that is an instant explode
I know.
wick right now.
I'm content.
I want to.
I learned that my daughter might have been here. We have a mysterious scepter. We should find out what it is.
You make good points.
Besides,
I guess we can always come back. This will be our special place.
fair enough.
Leah again feels like awkward.
Thank you for the hug, by the way.
Anytime.
Leah, thank you for coming along with me here. I did not find my daughter, but she might have been here. That enough is alone for me at the moment.
That enough is alone for me
I
at
say,
the moment?
that alone
Is enough.
is enough for me.
I'm glad that we could find a hint for you, Barrike, but I think evil things should be left alone.
But fog
But
monsters.
evil things fight evil things.
Yeah.
Twitch.
You can fight evil things without disturbing them and making greater evil things.
We should continue along the way that Leah wanted to her
Right.
next goal.
That was,
The Greenmorn Citadel.
I wanted to go to a citadel. Alika wanted to go to Amber Hall. We were looking for hints about your daughter.
I have evidence that she was around here because of her burned companions, because that's totally not my daughter.
We don't really have much of a direction for you after knowing that your daughter was there.
I'm fine with continuing on with finding your clan members, Alika, and
Whoever you're looking.
yes, the people you are not elaborating on yet you are seeking.
𝙬𝙚 is on the way to Amber Hall, so depending where you guys go, he might break off.
are you trying to tell me that 𝙬𝙚 has wants and desires beyond what we want?
Mm-hmm.
How selfish of him! As I go and fetch the barrel.
So someone I knew from my clan,
They were in the same town that everyone was in with the snake
Ketlador.
people.
Her name is Vivian.
Vivian supposedly went towards the forest direction.
She was from the village, and when the village evacuated to Amber Hall, her stuff was taken there. And that's all you know. The last anyone saw, she was leaving her home to join the warrior band that you were in.
Oh, I see. That's like when we picked her up. Okay, gotcha. Outside of that, I only know about a Warseed Fortress, which sounds cool and awesome, but probably very scary.
So Alika and Barrike would like to
Ooh,
wander, follow Leah at this point.
So I want to go back to the outpost and see what 𝙬𝙧 and 𝙎𝙬 might know, or even Graham might know about this place that we just uncovered, and if they've heard anything about a citadel.
So
But
after-
because of this, 𝙬𝙚 is going to be departing.
Yeah, so you guys are going to exit the cave out into the bright, bright sunlight. You'll all be squinting for a little while.
Can I ask Alika to carry the explosive barrel? How large is the explosive barrel?
It is quite large.
We will roll the explosive barrel.
The skeleton had it strapped to his back, so you can strap it to yours, but
Not
you won't
mine.
be fitting anything else on there.
I travel really light, so that's no problem.
Yeah, we
He's
strapped a
naked.
bomb to your back.
I'm not naked. I have clothes.
Well, you guys are outside now, squinting in the sun. The road is just to the south, not very far away. And this is where 𝙬𝙚 is going to say his goodbyes. He's going to be heading to Amber Hall to see if there's anyone out there that needs his help, because he is out here to help people.
Whatever, Callow.
I'm terrible at saying goodbyes. So I'm gonna try 3 different ones to make sure that it's okay.
One elven one I witnessed, you like kiss both cheeks. This dwarven one where you just like headbutt him. And then the human one of just like a handshake.
He likes the handshake the most.
Not the light, gingerly kisses of the elven goodbye.
The others are very awkward.
Thank you for everything, Callow.
I'm gonna clap him on the shoulder, like it was an honor fighting beside you for the time that we did. If we ever cross paths again, I hope we don't have to fight you.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's going to look at you kind of sideways and be like, well, I don't know why that would be the case, but it was a really bad goodbye, friend. And then he is going to start walking away.
I'll miss you.
Alika's pretty, like...
I judge everything based on how combat effective it is.
But, like, you accidentally offend so many people.
I am the least perceptive person, and I'm extending that to my social graces. I have a +1 to my charisma. It's okay, but in some areas, nah.
I hope you don't turn out to be an asshole, Callow.
Okay, and then he's going to head east down the road. You guys are going to head west.
The trail from whence we came.
It's going to be nighttime by the time you guys make it to 𝙬𝙧, which is right outside the 𝙬𝙧 outpost.
The ruins of 𝙬𝙧.
They have now entirely abandoned 𝙬𝙧.
It has like 2 buildings, I think.
Yeah, look at all this free real estate.
This is going to be prime farmland inside of 20 years.
You guys will ascend the grassy stairs in the moonlight up to the outpost. A lot of the torches around are now lit. Not all of them, because it's still pretty empty around here, but Graham goes around and lights a few. Takes up his whole evening, but he does it.
He ignites all the torches. The sunrise happens, and then he just goes and
Blows them out.
His whole morning, yeah.
spends half the day doing that.
Half of them go out before he gets a chance to snuff them. Okay.
But he's like delighted. He's like, oh.
I'm so fast that I didn't even see myself extinguish that one. Yeah!
Must have been the gust from my super speed. While he is waiting at the center by his wares, they are already out. He doesn't put them away at night. You can hear 𝙬𝙧 somewheres hammering on stone. 𝙬𝙧 is probably in her lab.
We should take the daggers to Graham, see what he says about them.
I'd like to sleep for the night, but
Yeah, it
having
is
a
the
chat
middle of the
with
night.
Graham would be nice.
We have a room, don't we?
Callow set up a space in one of the towers for all of you guys to sleep.
Alright, so yeah, we'll rest up, and then we'll ask questions in the morning.
Sometime while you guys are trying to sleep, the stone hammering slows and stops as 𝙬𝙧 finally goes to bed.
He's a snake person, so he's cold-blooded. So as the night makes him colder, that's why it slowly slows down. He doesn't fall asleep, he just stops, like, mid-swing.
His eyelids are like frozen over.
Hey, it is now morning. The sun is shining brightly over 𝙬𝙧 outpost. The hammering has resumed, and Graham is still out there, holding down the fort, finished dousing all the torches that were still...
I'm going to do my morning stretches and see to breakfast.
I'm going to place the barrel at the base of the giant statue.
next to Graham's shop.
He'll like slowly try to move his stuff and it'll be too late.
Actually, 𝙬𝙧, I wonder if she'd be able to make use of it with her alchemical prowess. Yeah, I'll bring it to her and ask if she can...
Do you have any use for this?
I can do something with it.
I'd prefer something that makes very nice large explosions, but I've had recent troubles with that line of thought.
I could either enhance the explosive potential or create many smaller devices for destruction.
I stopped for a second just debating it.
Yeah, the math whizzes by your face.
I'm going to decide on the smaller portions. It's more manageable. And I almost killed myself with the big one already.
Going for merely maiming this time.
It will take me about a week.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm gonna head down to find 𝙬𝙧 with his hammering, and I want to ask him questions.
I wanted to see if my breakfast is coming along well.
What are you making?
I feel like I got some sausages and maybe just some like bread.
It sounds like a very boring breakfast, so it's not that great.
We have travel rations.
Compared to the turtle eggs, this breakfast is less than subpar.
I shove it in my face, dissatisfied.
Leo is going to 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬.
What's he doing as I turn the corner?
He is using a mallet on the stone walls of the outpost, and he seems to be setting bricks, fixing up worn away patches of the stone walls.
You seem to be quite handy, 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬.
Did you see my house? I'm a stone mason.
Are you really? I didn't know.
I want to keep this place safe.
That's admirable. But I was wondering if you knew anything about mines in and around Copper Forest.
I used to take stock from a mine. The one just north of the lake.
How long ago?
The last of them abandoned it 40 years ago.
Who were you trading with? Who were you dealing with?
Those silly dwarves. Always bumbling about. So annoying.
Oh my god. This guy needs to get the fuck over himself.
Imbeciles were always fondling over their silly metals. Stone is the superior.
Thanks for that opinion, 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬.
You asked.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Jeez.
I forgot how like dickish he was.
Yeah. He was having debates with undead dwarves over which rock is better.
Did you ever hear any rumors about those mines? Any nefarious dealings?
It's just awkward because that's like so close to the name of the mine. And I
Oh.
didn't notice. The Neferu mines.
Oh, really?
That's really close.
They just changed hands a lot. Nothing sinister ever happened at the Neferu mines.
Thank you. And have you heard of any citadels? Probably famous or infamous.
Greymorn? To the south? It's the only citadel in the province.
Was it frequented often?
By adventurers? Yes. Before that? Yes.
By whom?
Occupants? Grave visitors?
Grave visitors? Grave visitors.
Grave visitors. Did I
Holy
stutter?
You might as well have. Jeez, okay.
Everyone knows the 3 chambers to the Greymorn Citadel.
3 chambers.
The vault, the keep, and the catacombs.
What's the story of this place?
The kings used to keep their treasures in the vault. The keep kept the province safe, and the catacombs housed the most influential of deceased.
I'm more amazed that he managed to explain those things without getting you pissed.
Keep him on the facts and he's okay. Ask him his opinion and oh boy.
Thank you for the chat, 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬. Keep up the good work.
He's gonna go back to hammering.
I'm like shaking his head and like
Yeah.
under his breath.
Oh, I was looking to ask Graham a question.
Okay, yeah.
So I arrive at Graham's cart. Is he there?
He is there. He is waiting for customers.
Ah,
As always.
okay.
He's a great businessman.
Graham, just the turtle I was looking to see. I'm gonna take out those daggers
Blades.
and ask him if he recognizes these.
These are my make. Are you looking for more?
In a manner of speaking, how many did you sell to them?
To who?
The young ladies you met by the lake some time ago.
Ah, yes. 2. The short one and the taller one.
From Barrike's many descriptions of his daughter,
Short, dark hair, green eyes, Barrike's height.
So fairly tall, right?
5'5".
did one of those
Lee's
girls
taller.
have short dark hair, green eyes, and about yay tall, and hold my hand to be Barrike's height?
Like nipple height to Alika.
Yeah.
All
Small
I
hair.
remember is short and tall. I'm sorry. It was long ago.
That's okay. So there were 3 of them, though.
Yes.
And you only sold 2 daggers.
The middle girl wanted no part.
Do you recall if the middle girl was armed in any way? She didn't have need of your wares?
She was against them.
So you went separate ways after that? No mention of where they may have gone?
I continued east, they west.
Oh, that's something. I don't think I need... Oh, my booty needs a repair job. Does he do leather? No?
Not unless it's the handle of a blade.
I might need a better weapon later on. I'll think on that.
With better materials, I could craft you amazing weapons.
Tell me more.
The metal I have is a poor quality, but I do my best. If you keep an eye out for precious metals, I could make you something of it.
That reminds me, Graham. I'm going to reach behind into my javelin case. I have this 6-foot-long gold scepter with many a rubies, 3 of which are glowing. Could you tell me anything about it with your artisan's eye?
Alright, he'll look it down, weigh it.
This item is masterfully crafted. Have you tried using it?
Nope, have not. We pulled it out of a pile of rocks, and that's it. Don't really know how to use it, except to hit things over the head with, I suppose.
He'll shake it, ding it against his anvil.
You have if this is what I think it is, we're all dead.
Gonna squeeze it, thrust it. Nothing's gonna work. He can't tell.
Do you think it's magic? Never had magic stuff before.
Definitely.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about how to...
No, but I used to have friends that did.
Other turtle people?
No, my dragonborn friend, 𝙎𝙚𝙚𝙬𝙚.
I'm just speculating so much about Graham's life that the scepter thing was actually crafted by Graham.
By his rival.
What if it was his design of a staff and his rival took it and implanted it with magic?
What if his rival's a bunny person and just has better production rates? He can slam
But
things.
lower quality.
It's always a race between quality and quantity.
Yeah.
𝙎𝙚𝙚𝙚 was in Petrolot, last I knew, though he searches all over for relics.
Well, perhaps I'll pay him a visit. Is he a friendly fellow?
Oh no, he's not friendly at all, but he does know many things, and he's been a very profitable associate.
I know it may take you a while, but could you just please write a letter? I'd like to start off on a good foot.
I wanted him to get offended at Alika being I know it might take a while. Graham be I'm the epitome of efficiency.
He has a lot to do today. I don't want to push back his torchlighting schedule. That could be catastrophic for everyone's nighttime.
I can have it done by next week.
That's one hell of an extravagant letter.
Hey, maybe he's an expert calligrapher and we just don't know. Yeah.
Medieval Bible page going on. There's the one letter that takes up half the page.
A week sounds fine. That's, I think, everything I want to talk to Graham about. So I will say goodbye, Graham, and leave.
Are you guys all gonna meet up somewheres?
I envision so.
What's the game plan here?
Seek out Leah. Just say, hey, we're good to go when you are.
I was just talking to 𝙬𝙬𝙧 about a citadel nearby. I think we passed it when we arrived with Callow. Grimoire's citadel.
I've heard of this citadel. I heard it holds many treasures, but also great danger.
I'd like to go see the place.
Absolutely.
So that's the goal then?
Well, at least to check out the citadel.
Alright, well you guys know the path to it, because you passed it on the way here. You're going to be taking the south road.
Yeah, I'm cool with this. Do we have all the supplies we need before we take off?
Unless you want to wait a week for bombs. And a letter.
That might be a good
I am
idea.
a fan of bombs. But what are we going to do for a whole week?
A week is a long time. You guys could go somewhere else and come
Yeah, we
back
could.
in
Yeah.
that time.
What's this path?
Petrolot, there was the turn to the citadel, and the Petrolot was the other way.
Why don't we go take care of that? Figure out what this rod thing does, and then we have another tool in case shit goes sideways in the Citadel.
Well, that's so far, and we'd be passing the citadel.
Or
And you don't want to wait for the letter then?
visit Mr. Dragonborn, figure out what this staff is, get the letter and bombs.
But I need the letter.
The letter is
Oh yeah,
for
right,
the
right,
guy.
yeah. The letter.
You don't
for
need
the...
it. You just want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go and use our charm and wits to have a normal conversation with this guy. Ask him to figure out how this thing works.
So you don't want the letter anymore.
You better go tell Graham to cancel that. He's going to be spending a week
I almost-
writing you
I
that
almost
letter.
want him to do it just to see what kind of product he turns
You're not going to cancel? Okay. Yeah, you can leave it. So you guys want to go take the south road, but you're going to go past the Citadel and to Petrolot, and then back to the Citadel afterwards?
We'd be upgraded with a magic stick.
We think. Depends what the magic
Graham
stick
has
does.
confirmed magic stick. If his expert hands could not discover its secrets, it has to be magic.
But like, what kind of magic? I mean, like, whether it's like a magic we can use, or whether it's something that would, like, destroy the world.
That is what the Dragonborn would be for.
Yeah.
Okay, down the south road, you pass by a glinting spire.
I don't see that.
I take a single step toward the spire and then continue back onto the road.
You hear a screeching bird far off in the distance, taunting you.
Oh, Alika, are you gonna take that?
Do I even notice it?
Roll.
Perception.
13.
You notice it. You think you can hear a screeching in the distance. You can't tell what direction it came from, though. Continuing further, you pass the crossroads that leads to the Citadel.
And I stop and kind of look.
You can see the high stone walls in the distance. But you guys carry on. You can almost see Brightport over the horizon there. But right before that, you see the turn west with the big stone signpost that says Petrolot.
I just remembered the monk fucked off in that direction too.
Oh, fuck that guy. He just kind of went down the dock, and then
We never saw him
we
again.
never saw him, so he must have gone a different way than us. That doesn't necessarily mean
You guys don't know where he went.
he could have just fucked off in a straight line.
You guys enter the desert, leaving behind the grasslands. It is very dry and hot. You can see the sun scorching the stone cliffs, where you can see some of the buildings of Petrolot up the cliff wall, carved into the stone. It is just in the distance ahead of you guys. And that is where we are going to end.
I like Petrolot.